So basically, I want to talk a little bit about philosophy. Philosophy, which actually comes from the term love and wisdom. So it's a very interesting topic to me because philosophy, I've always been interested in it. Great philosophers have always said great quotes uh, that have always touched me. I found in ways that most people, it's not like poetry, it's just philosophers that just have a different way of outlook upon life because that's basically what they study, basically, right? So philosophy, which is a systematic study of ideas and issues and a reasoned pursuit of fundamental truths in a quest of comprehensible understanding of the world. So if you want to understand the world, first you have to understand the people that are in place of running the world. So understanding our governments and what they want. And I believe our governments, what they want right now is, um, I hate to say it, but what they want is a one world government. And I can see that if you look at the news and you watch the news, it's always about NATO. NATO's trying to get this country or that country to join them, and then NATO's trying to basically what it wants is NATO to be the one world government, and basically, so if we look at that and we try to we take a look, it could be a good thing, could be a great thing. It could be a great idea. If NATO decides that we want to live equally as equal people, and we all have the same amount of income, no matter what we do in life, that could be a great idea. But if NATO decides that they want to live in a different type of way, like a diplomatic or a uh, a different way, then that could be a problem because we could have a lot of poor people dying on the streets. We could have a lot of homeless people dying on the streets because they're looked upon as a problem and as a waste of a life, which is not, in my opinion, is not the way that they should be looked upon because nobody is actually a waste of a life. Actually, to be honest, everybody is important, just as important as everybody else. And if you think about it, people deserve equal, equality. They deserve equal rights and equal opinions upon what goes on in our world. So basically, the existence of thank you. So basically, um, existence. Sorry, I forget where I was last, but existence for the human race. They're saying there's an intelligence behind it, which I believe is to be true. I believe that there must be an intelligence behind the human race because how could something so perfect come into line the way that it has? Um, the human mind, for instance, how could the human mind be so in line with the spirit and know things that it knows? Like me as a person, I'm what they call an empath, and I believe empaths are. I believe everybody has a sense of empathetic abilities, which means they can sense, they can feel emotions of others, and they can tell if somebody is going to harm them before they harm them. Well, I can anyways. I can tell if somebody's going to attack me before they attack me. It's almost like a sixth sense. I can almost tell the future, and therefore that's why I'm putting the messages out there that the world isn't going to end in 19 days. And I really need people to believe that because if they believe that, if what they're trying to do is they're trying to put enough fear into the world to make people believe that the world's ending in 19 days, and then people are going to actually believe that and they're going to lose their minds. People are going to actually lose their minds. So people are posting these things on YouTube and it's making people go crazy. And it shouldn't be the case. We should be telling each other that we love each other, and we love each other's feed. We love each other's uh, posts. We love each other's videos, and we love one another because that's what we're designed to do as human beings. We're designed to love. War shouldn't be a thing. War should have never came upon the human race because war, the only thing that comes from war is a loss of lives, a loss of good men, which we do not need, right? We deserve better, we deserve greatness, and we all deserve hope. Um, Language, there should be one language, I believe. There's different types of languages, and I don't like that, but that's a fact, and it's just the way it is. I believe there should be one universal language. So maybe with the new world government, the one world government, maybe that'll be a case where they claim they force people to learn English and then stick to just one language. That way we can all communicate with one another, because I believe that there's other realms and other dimensions that we do not need languages in those places. We're in the third dimension, and time being the fourth dimension. We are striving towards the fifth, I believe, but we can't perceive the fifth because it's too small. They say it's very very small. It's a fourth or a fifth of an atom, but we can go there after, I believe, death. After our physical body dies, our spirit is only small. Our spirit's big. It's massively big, but you can't see it, so which makes it small. It's almost invisible to the it is invisible to the eye. So that's the case. That's why I believe that the spirit goes to the fifth dimension where there's only love, and I don't believe that there's fear there. I don't believe fear exists there. We're evolved past the point of fear once we go to the fifth dimension. Death, I believe, death of the physical body is real, but death is not a real thing because our spirit goes to a better place, almost like heaven, and that's what I believe. Um, Value and reason, our mind always, there shouldn't be there. We always try to reason things and reason this and reason that, but I believe we should just go with the flow. And if you ever heard of the Tao Te Ching, you should look into it. The Tao Te Ching suggests that life is like the course of a river. Everybody is clinging on to the bank of the river, afraid to let go because of the current of the river. But once they learn to let go and just go with the flow, they will be safe and they can guide their way forward, onward, looking forward, because they learn to trust the river, because the river is forever compassionate. All it does is feeds the grass, the trees along the banks, feeds the deer, the bear, the coyotes, the wolves, whatever animal lives along this river. It gets the water. The water from the river is the source of life to the plants that are in the near the river, and the life and the animals that are near the river. So once humans can learn to accept that and appreciate the river and trust the river, then they will be safe in going with the flow of the river. And that's what life, I suggest. I believe life is like that. I believe life is like the course of a river, and once we get the hang of it, we can move onward and go with the flow, and we'll be safe. New beginnings might be scary, but they're necessary. And I believe the facts are we are safe as a race. Once we learn to love one another, we will evolve safely, and then we will move forward in a safe fashion. Thank you for listening. My name's Justin. Have a great day.